First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Gone! 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 Hey, 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 hey. Four down.
They're going to look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On first down, it's Watson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eddie Goldman busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 12 yards is the pickup there, and they're going to have a third down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. On first down, they run with Howard, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Looking to throw. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. This is Howard on 2nd down. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker couldn't make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage. To throw on second is Watson.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets the fire deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 45. Watson. And a little floater there is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now again to Taylor. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, here's Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
No. Check. Patriots. Detroit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First, they go right back to Howard. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Howe, the one to bring him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty. But there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance. And that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now they'll run it on the toss. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Black gun line, Billy. Set. Green the line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that For guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Wendy Merciless in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got some room at the 30. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give to Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Detroit! No.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here now the punter Martin booming this one away. That's taken it around the 40. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They come out here in the eye. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now, this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Taylor. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now a first down throw. Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Taylor. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Khalil Mack's starting to get a really big-time reputation as a pass rusher, and rightly so. So explosive off the edge getting to the quarterback. But he doesn't neglect his run duties as well. How about that tackle right there? Such a package he has, able to play the run and the pass so well.
3rd and long. It's Watson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The give to Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Whitney Merciless in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bears on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Out of the gun, Watson. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Come back.
Back to throw, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Down. Black 22.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Texans are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Howard again. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Richmond. Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's complete. It's Allington. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 44 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
To throw on second is Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Throwing on third down, Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got it at the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nelson Aguilar, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now it's Ellington to return. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back, come back. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Here's Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Taylor. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand.
And that's caught inside the 35. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give them that the rest of the way. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Watson. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Texans on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Watson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come back. Hey.
Watson now to throw. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And everything right now rests on the right foot of Zane Gonzalez. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. He puts it through, and it's the ultimate capper to the regular season. And the Texans are going to win the football game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Bears, this was basically just an exhibition game for them, as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.